Hey guys, 7KVX is here once again. I wanted to share a dream that I had back in, I think it was around December or January, maybe a little bit after that. Could have been as late as April, but I don't think so. It was a dream about something I don't dream about very often. Zombies. I wasn't the biggest fan of zombies. I don't watch The Walking Dead. I get it. I did play Left 4 Dead a lot when I was younger, though, because the pattern was just really easy to play because it's all kind of sound oriented and stuff, and it's all timed. And I was just pretty good at it at that age. So, but other than that, I'm not the biggest fan of zombies. They're kind of fascinating. The first thing I ever saw with them fascinated me. It was Night of the Living Dead. I stayed up till like 3 in the morning to watch it because I was terrified, but I was so fascinated. It's fascinating, but I'm not a big fan of them at all. I don't really watch anything with zombies because I've kind of been petrified of them a little bit since I was young. So, that being said, I'm not sure where the influence came from, but it came from somewhere. And in the dream, I was taking care of these two little kids and these two boys. And I was in a house that was kind of dilapidated. It was one of those old houses where the rooms aren't that big, but there's a whole lot of them and they're kind of all connected, and it was 2-story. And it was kind of like stone or brick, and a lot of the other houses in the area looked like stone or brick. I don't know if I was in Europe or in the United States or in the Middle East or where I was. No idea. But these houses were kind of dilapidated. They were like they had been bombed or something, like exploded a little bit. Like they were not held up together. They were not stable. And we were trying to live in this house that was holding together okay. And we were waiting for a male to come back. He was either like these boys' father or like an uncle or something like that. He was someone that they knew. It was like a kind of like a good authority figure, like a teacher. And so we were waiting for him to come back, and it was starting to get dark. There was music on, kind of like a record player, and we had all these lanterns, and I think we were like reading a book. And then as the sun was going down, it's like, no, we gotta shut everything. We gotta shut the windows, shut the curtains. The older boy was a little bit more like a pre-teen age. It seemed like he really knew how to do this already. He was on it. He was all across the house, shutting all the curtains, barring the windows, barring the doors, locking them, and one by one by one by one. It was systematic. You could tell he'd been doing this for a while, and he was a little nervous and on top of it. I was getting a lot of the flames, a lot of the torches, the lanterns, and so I left the little one in charge. He was maybe 4 or 5. I left him in charge of this one specific room, just 2 things, because I know the age. It can be hard to even do one, so especially when you're anxious. So I left him in charge. Can you shut this curtain? Can you shut this curtain? And then go hide. And well, he shut one of the curtains. He didn't go hide, and he didn't shut the other curtain, because when I came back in the room, the curtain was open. He was standing in the middle of the room. There was still a lantern on, and I saw a creature, a zombie, come by the window. I grabbed the little boy and ran over to the wall, and we hid like underneath the window, but it was kind of moving the curtain. And the creature didn't really notice a whole lot at first, but then there were more coming. The older boy came into the room, and he noticed the creatures as well. So he ducked down real fast and hid behind this chair, which was kind of like it was like a rocking, swaying type sofa chair, like an armchair, but it moved a lot. It was like a rocking chair. And so it kept swiveling, and he was behind it. And then the zombies started to notice, and the lantern hadn't been put out, and I couldn't shut the curtains because every movement they kept noticing. They kept coming around and looking and twitching, and it was really scary. And for a second, it was like I could see through their eyes, and people, and they were alive, but they had like these kind of machines, or like wires, like components, and like maybe fluids, tubes, I don't know, that were going through them, and a lot of it glowed or had like sensors on it or lights, and they had like some sensors and stuff in the head and like in other places, and the eyes glowed. That was the most terrifying thing, is the eyes glowed, and other parts of them glowed. It was kind of inside and outside, and I could see through their eyes for a second, and it was like they were getting screen images of like, it's like they were being kind of not necessarily entertained, but like fed information from different screens and different meters, and whether it was heat seeking or UV or infrared, I wasn't quite sure, but it was all these different types of um, sensors and paragraphs and information, and it was all coming into them like through their eyes, and you could see it, but they could still see, and they were getting these programs to keep an eye out for this kind of, for like human activity. And so when I came back to the individuals, I was seeing through the eyes of the woman again and the kids, and we were trying to stay quiet and hide, but it was getting harder and harder because they were noticing. And then I saw the male that we were waiting for, and he was waiting in another building across the way, and he could see us through, like we noticed him, and we kept like trying to make signal across the window, and he was like trying to shush us and trying to get us to stop moving, stop making any motion. And I think I th- it must, I don't know if it was a sacrifice or not, but he came out, and I don't know if he was forced out or if he came out on his own, but it seemed like he came out as like maybe a distraction because of us being noticed. And all of these creatures, not all, but a lot of them came and swarmed him. And I don't know, I couldn't really see, and I was trying to keep the kids down and not let them see, especially the little one. And I had no control over the older one. He was behind the chair, but I was trying to keep him from seeing and keep him quiet, and it wasn't working very well. And then there were other people screaming, and then whenever there would be like a sensor going off in these zombies' heads, it would be like dee, 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 and then they'd like move and run to a different location, and then you'd hear more screaming, like they were, like they found someone, like one of them noticed one, and then it informed the others, and then they came and did what they had to do. And this continued to go on, and you could see them moving and running around like they were hunting, like this was their job. And I don't know what happened to the male anymore. I don't know if he got torn apart. I don't know if he got picked up and moved, but they were violent screams, just like with everybody else that was out there. Problem was, a zombie came to, this lanky zombie came to the window, and he saw me, and he saw the little boy, and he saw all of it going on, like the lantern and the movement, and he made eye contact, and he went for the door, like he automatically knew that was the easiest way in, and tried to get in, tried to get in, tried to get in. All the others started to notice too. They tried to get in. It's like the signals were being sent to them that they had seen us, and the image of us had like been recorded or something and sent to the other ones, and they all started swarming, and they came in the door, and the little one screamed like bloody murder, and then I started screaming, and then the older male, the older child, the preteen, he started screaming, and I didn't see what else happened because it just went black. And I'm kind of happy because I feel like I was spared seeing that and feeling that, and it was not something that was pleasant to experience. It was very detailed, and I usually don't have dreams like that. I have detailed dreams, and I write them down a lot, but I usually don't have zombie dreams, or especially like mechanical zombie dreams. I've had some weird dreams that were similar to that, but this was very, very detailed, and it was quite painful. I feel bad for whoever was in, if it were like a reflection of someone's life and someone actually ever went through that. I feel horrible for whoever, especially for the children, for whoever would go through that. I don't want anybody to ever feel that, but let me know what you think in the comments. It was kind of weird. I'm curious if anybody else has had dreams like that before, or any similar dreams, or knows what that might mean. Any ideas? Keep yourself safe. Keep your souls clear and your body clear. Keep yourself positive. And I wish you guys well, and y'all have a great day. Take care.